These are good days. Everything is going good with everything, 'cause these are good days. It's going good with everything, it's going good with everything. And I know that because these are good days. Everything is going good with everything, 'cause these are good days. Good days. Good days.
Welcome to These Are Good Days with Lee Ann Miller.
And Matt Barris.
Well, Matt, have you listened to the song Gold Digger lately?
No, because it's old.
It's an old
It's
song.
old. It's old news.
Yeah. And on the way here, Spotify just served me up that song.
Ooh, I don't know if I would confess that.
Listen, and I was singing the lyrics when I walked in, and you said there are just some lyrics that you should not sing out
right.
loud. You always listen to the clean version.
Yeah.
And don't sing certain lyrics out loud.
I don't know what to tell you.
And listen, you can listen to the clean version of music.
Yeah, this is a safe space, and I'm going to confront you in love and say there are words, I don't care who says them, that maybe you shouldn't say.
No, even if they're in a song.
No.
Even if they're meant to sing and somebody's singing it, maybe you should not.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't.
No,
I'm just saying.
Yep.
Have we not learned anything with Taylor Swift? Have we not learned?
Not
the Taylor
learned.
Swift issue is that song is for certain demographics.
Yes.
And maybe at certain times.
And not little girls.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe. Well, definitely.
That's
not,
up to you.
actually.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
We're all about parenting choices here.
Yes, right.
But that's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your good day?
Oh, I have a confession. I haven't thought about it.
What?
But I have some. I have lots to draw from.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I've had lots of good days.
Do you want me to tell them?
No, that's
mine?
all right.
Okay.
I can go.
Oh, wow.
I actually have.
Wow, you went from not knowing
I
and
know.
not thinking about it to having one.
That's what
like,
happens
just right
when
now.
your brain's 40.
That's
I don't know
what
if you remember what it's like to have a 40-year-old brain, but it's pretty good.
You know what else it's like?
What?
It's like what happens when you have a podcast called These Are Good Days, and we just talk about a good day, not a day
Right.
that has to be like, I visited the White House. I mean,
I'm good right now.
Yeah, and not a day that has to be so extravagant.
Right.
These Are Good Days is about just a good day.
I mean, truthfully, if you visit the White House, you might get some construction debris on your head.
you might be able to go home with a brick as a
That's right.
memento.
That's right. Good day. Okay. Yeah, and to your point, I actually recently had a couple people on Instagram say I just stumbled on this podcast.
Yes.
It was really
Me too,
kind.
yes.
And thank you if you just stumbled on our podcast. We're so glad that you're here. It's
Yes.
so fun to see when our podcast community and family grows.
Yes.
Because that's so fun to us.
It's so fun. And listen, if you haven't, if you're new here and you haven't done it, if you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, you can leave an actual review. That really helps us. And it helps
sharing
other
it.
people find us.
Yeah.
Sharing us on Instagram or on Facebook. It's so lovely.
Right.
And we are having so much fun with our Patreon family.
We are.
It's
It's
so
fun.
fun. It's so fun.
I actually haven't told you. I have a podcast that's already recorded with one of my children that is going to be on our Patreon. And Mallory and I listened to it and we're like, this has to go on Patreon.
That's
anyway.
so great.
These Are Good Days is all about finding the joy in the ordinary, whether the day's ordinary or extraordinary, no matter what.
Yes.
That we're finding the joy in the moments
we're
of life.
finding the good.
Let me tell you about our weekend that was just great. We didn't do a whole lot, and it was lovely.
Oh.
But what we did do was we have a new theater in town, new in the past year, called the Lyric Theater.
Yes,
And it's a not-for-profit movie theater.
Renovated.
Yeah, that shows current movies and some old movies. And so they actually were playing Beauty and the Beast, like the animated movie, for free this weekend.
What?
So you still had to get tickets, but it was free. And we had a couple extra tickets, and we called some friends and we said, hey, we'll pick up your little girls that are friends with our daughter. And we took a bunch of kids to the movies.
We
and
really
it was
do.
so
We
fun.
really do live in a little Hallmark town.
We really do.
I mean,
truly do.
Who's playing Beauty and the Beast, the animated version, and letting you come for free? Not very many
Worcester.
places.
Worcester.
That they do here in Worcester.
That's right.
If you are listening.
I hope
Lyric, if you are listening.
I know. The Lyric Theater is amazing.
Yes.
It's such a cool place.
And they're also doing a little bit of remodeling on the outside, like making the sidewalk wider. And
Yeah, it's so great.
I just love our town.
So that was part of it. And then also the following night, the parents of those people, so it's Skyline Eric and his wife,
Yes,
and our friend Kayla and Nate, we did like a group FaceTime, which was a little triggering of the COVID days, but we
Yes.
did a group FaceTime just to check in on each other, talk about dates for things we want to do in the future.
Oh,
and it was
perfect.
so fun. We all were like laying in our beds with our spouses. Not weird. This is not weird.
okay.
But we were like in our rooms, laying in our beds after our kids went to bed and just talking. We talked for like an hour,
Yeah,
and it was so great.
Those four need to come to our live event.
I know, they're awesome.
People would love to meet them.
know.
People would love to meet.
Honestly, Skyline Eric should come and sign autographs.
Yeah.
Just
Or,
saying.
You know, we also call him Hibachi
Yeah.
Eric because he has a Blackstone and he does like stir fry night or
I know.
you know, I'm still waiting to get there. I mean,
Eric,
he's
if you're
open.
listening.
Yeah, he's opened the invitation. He's
That's
been
right.
so kind and said we need to have you over, and it's so sweet. But
All right, your good day.
my good day recently, we went to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Daryl and I went to the Bahamas because he was working there, and Daryl has started doing some contract work for a stairway company, and he was doing a set of stairs about 4 doors down from Tom Brady's house.
Naturally.
Now Tom Brady doesn't only have a house there in the Bahamas; he has houses other places. I mean, it wasn't like Daryl was hanging out smoking a cigar with Tom Brady.
Sure.
You know, he was just in the same neighborhood.
Right.
And so he was there working, and one of the other guys he works with, his wife went along as well. And I just had a lovely week just reading. I read 2 books that I really enjoyed by Chris and Hannah.
Were they both by her?
Yes, one was called The Women and one was called Night Road. They were both very good. And
Did you read The Nightingale?
I haven't.
By her, Mallory. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Mallory
people have
couldn't
said.
put
And The
that down.
Great Alone. That's another one. There's 2 that
You know what,
2
Kristen Hannah?
if you are listening, will you send us those 2 books, please?
Or
Thank you very much.
just talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us.
We would love to know about your books.
We would. Yes, we would. And
Are they
so,
all? I do have a follow-up. Are Kristen Hannah's books all historical fiction?
No.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say about our books. Some of the locations are real.
Okay.
I'll also say that she does a very good job of making it realistic. It's
Yeah.
not Nicholas Sparks. You are
Right,
not going
right,
to be
right.
able to predict the end. You're not going to be able to predict the middle. Like, she's very realistic. And sometimes I'm a little bit mad about it when I'm
Fair.
reading it. I'm like, this is not the way I want this to go. I want this to look a little more flowery and a little more happy and a
Mm-hmm. It's
little
a little
more
gritty.
It's a little bit like, actually, this is probably the way it would happen.
Right.
Like, it's realistic.
Right.
And then my good day is in that week, the guys finished their job early. We rented a boat on Friday, and the water was so blue, and I got as close as I've ever gotten to sea turtles.
Amazing.
So close.
Amazing.
And it was a wonderful reminder. I think going away holds some great reminders.
Sure.
One of them is that, you know, there's just such a big world out there.
Oh. And, you know, I also think there are so many different perspectives and cultures around the world. And we everyone has their own. But to have exposure to other cultures and other experiences and other perspectives on the world is so valuable.
Yes.
I don't know if you listened to my Patreon episode that I did when you were in the Bahamas.
I have not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I talked about, I alluded to an exciting thing that's happening for These Are Good Days involving overseas travel. And so I alluded to that. And so I think that perspective of having overseas travel, seeing different cultures, seeing the world from a perspective of people that are vastly different than you is so valuable.
And, you know, and when I came home, because I had really spent the week resting, when I came home, I was like ready to just dig in the house and work. And I just really got some things done that I'd been kind of avoiding or putting off. And
Right. I mean, if you get the urge, I'll give you the code to the garage and you can come and do your magic here while we're at work. So just throwing that out there. You had some thoughts though while you were in the Bahamas. You had some
I
thoughts,
did.
and it's an idea for a new segment
Yes.
that you brought up. So
Yes.
tell us about that.
Okay. I feel like, and you know, I had some great kind pushback on this on Instagram
Okay.
when I shared it. That was very insightful, and it was a very good perspective. Is that sometimes I feel, and myself included, I'm including myself, I feel like sometimes we get it wrong by thinking that out there, like wherever out there
Sure.
is where we're going to find joy and contentment, and we're going to find the thing that's going to make us like instantly feel better or feel better longer. And I do think that so often that's cultivated at home
Sure.
and not out
Sure.
there. Because I was ready to come home, and when I came home, I just was like, I love my home so much. I feel like when I walk in my home is hugging me.
Yeah.
I love it.
You
I
really do.
I do. I really do. And so the pushback I got back from someone in my Instagram community was that sometimes people, and this gal shared that she's been to counseling and she didn't grow up in a home where she felt safe. And so travel and going other places actually helps regulate her nervous system.
100%.
Like, and it helps her see that there are safe places out there. It helps her just regulate herself and make her feel better. And she said it's not that she's running, but it's that travel helps open her perspective and open her eyes to a bigger world.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
But I still say, and I would say even my own counseling folds into this, that now as an adult, when you become an adult, you do have the opportunity, and you can go through counseling to help you do it, but you have the opportunity to create the safe space in your home.
Sure. And I think no matter your experiences and no matter your thoughts, I think it's a good habit and a good practice to look at what you have in your everyday life.
Yes.
And find areas and pockets of joy.
Yes.
So
yes.
no matter if your home is what it looks like, even how it emotionally feels, even if you're in a really dark or hard season, I think it is a good practice to say, what today that's going to cross my paths in my job, in my home, in where I live, where I work, where I drive, all of those things. I think it is a good habit to find those pockets of joy, no matter where you are.
Right.
Because
That's right.
I think my pushback to that would be if I am only, and I know she wasn't saying this, so I'm saying absolute words on purpose. If I am only regulated when I'm away, then I think there's still
work to do.
There's still work to do at home.
Yeah. And so through this trip, you know, it's interesting how perspective plays such a role into where we feel like we are, even
Sure.
in a socioeconomic level or position. And so we went to this island that has an exclusive neighborhood that the wives, we were not allowed to go in. We were not even allowed to cross the gates because you have to have a background check and you have to have a security clearance.
Where Daryl was working.
Yeah. Like he had to have a background check and security clearance and stuff to even go in there.
Sure.
And, you know, and then they issue you this card that gets you into the neighborhood. And because there's just, you know, Justin Bieber just bought a house in this neighborhood.
Right.
So it just got me thinking, because we rented a boat and we went out and around the island. And so we were able to see the houses from the water. We were able to see the house they're working on from the water. And, you know, I look at all of that, and there was this one house that was just huge. And I looked it up online. I Googled it. I actually did a reverse Google image search, and this house was called Heaven Sent. I could not find who owned the house because it didn't divulge who owned it, but it had this huge, like what you'd see at a water park, not a residential water slide.
Right.
It was this big, huge water slide.
I saw that picture
and
and
it
I
was
was
just
like,
like this
dang.
big, enormous house. And you can look at all that and think, these people are so rich.
Right.
They are so rich. I can't even I can't even get there in my head. Like I can't even, like that is just, and then I said to Daryl later, there are people that look at us and they say, they are so rich.
Absolutely.
There are people that you look at you and Mallory and they say, wow, they are so rich. They own a house. Like they are so rich. And it got me thinking along the lines of, what are some of the things that make me feel so rich? So while we're looking at all these big houses, simultaneously, it's a beautiful day. And I look out across the water and the sun is just making the water look like it has thousands, even millions of diamonds just dancing on it.
Yeah.
And I thought, no man can make that. No man can buy that.
That's right.
No man can sell that. No man can make money on that. Like that is something that the Creator did.
That's right.
For us to enjoy. And that is rich.
100%.
Watching that and seeing that and just viewing that is rich. So
Totally.
it just set me on this like thing in my mind of like, what are the things that have nothing to do with money?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some of them have a little bit to do with money.
Sure.
Like if I'm going to say, I feel rich when my vehicle is freshly vacuumed, that makes me feel rich. Obviously, I have to pay to vacuum it out, or I have to pay for the vacuum that vacuums it out. But it makes me feel so good inside. Like it makes me feel rich. So I thought it was a segment. I texted you, of course, while you were at work, and I didn't hear right back from you. But I said, where are you? Yeah, I'm like, where are you? And you're like, at my job. So later you texted me back and you said, I love this idea. Is that I said, what if we did a segment on that's titled, I Feel Rich When?
Love it.
So how about you?
I actually made a list.
All right. I feel rich when. Okay. Don't share them all because you need to save some because we're going to keep doing this segment.
Here's my first one.
Okay, give me 2 or 3.
I feel rich when I have clean sheets.
Oh, yes.
Fresh when I let me just tell you.
With Diva Wash?
Right. Diva Wash and Tyler Candle Company. Listen, they're sending us stuff for our live event.
Incredible stuff for our live event to give away.
They're sending us laundry detergent and all the things. They sent us candles last time.
So good.
I feel so rich when let me just paint the scene. It's a long day.
Okay.
You've been doing all the things. And you're like, you know what?
Tired.
I just need to take a shower before I go to bed. And you take a shower. That's on my list too. A hot shower.
A hot shower.
A hot shower makes me feel rich.
Guess what else in that hot shower? Good water pressure. Rich.
Agreed.
Rich.
So you step out of the hot shower. You're like, I'm going to put on pajamas or however you like to prepare thyself for thy slumber. You do all those things. And then the moment comes when you turn back the covers and you slide your feet in and you know what clean sheets feel like versus like a couple days old sheets. It's different.
And you also have some Cozy Earth sheets.
We do.
I do too.
And Cozy Earth is also giving away some things at
incredible
our
things.
live event.
Yep.
And when you slide your feet down into clean sheets and you have a clean pillowcase and you are tucked in, that is rich. Okay, tell me some of yours.
I feel rich when I go through a car wash and the soap is flying and it's scrubbing, and then I can go out of the car wash. I can park in a parking place and there's those vacuums.
Oh yeah.
And then there's also little towels that they provide with little spray. And listen, that does require money. But that I feel it's so rich.
Yeah.
Now, same can be true. If you don't want to spend the $12, $14, or $16, or maybe it's 16 and 18, I don't know, something around there. It's not in your budget. But you can go home and you have a vacuum cleaner and you can vacuum out your car at home.
Yeah.
I feel rich with a freshly vacuumed and clean car. Another thing.
Keep going.
Okay. Another thing that makes me
Is this turning into an episode?
Mm-hmm. Another thing that makes me feel super rich is like when I have 2 creamers for my coffee.
Oh.
Not just my regular half and half. Right now, I have a regular half and half and I have a Chobani pumpkin creamer, and they're brand new. I feel so rich.
Right.
Say it with me. I
I
just feel
feel
so
rich. I like the way we're saying that. I feel rich. Listen, here's where I feel rich, and this is going to be serious.
Okay.
So I'm just preparing you.
Okay.
We're not going into our opinions about this because this is not the podcast for it.
Okay.
There are plenty of podcasts that will dive into this deeply with
Okay.
you. But the SNAP benefits of many family are being taken away.
Yeah, right.
And I feel rich when I can buy groceries.
Oh.
And I have a fridge that has the amount of food that I need for my family.
Well, let me
I feel so grateful. I feel rich. I feel like I can buy butter and eggs. Butter is a luxury. Sugar is a luxury. Those
Correct,
types of
right.
things. For me, I was really thinking about this when you texted me. Because at school, we're getting a game plan together for getting food for kids. And it's been on our minds.
Okay, this is what I wanted to say. Is some of the people that are so far removed. Listen, there are people far enough removed from this issue
Fair.
that they could tell themselves that this is a non-issue,
Right.
or that this really happening.
Right.
I mean, especially, I will say it, especially in faith circles or in Christian circles, when you're kind of around all the same people
Right.
from all the same class, like,
Right.
that can go to the grocery store and can buy food and think to themselves, well, most of those things that are being provided, people are taking advantage of. And then whatever that way of thinking is thinking can tell themselves, you are right up next to it. You see it. And the people that are affected.
That's right.
And the children that are affected.
Right.
It's one thing, say what you will about what their parents do or don't do.
Doesn't matter to me.
But it doesn't matter to you because you have,
right.
say, a second grader
That's
who's
right.
hungry.
That's right. And, to have, even in that regard, we've talked about Huddle, which is a nonprofit here in Worcester that we love and support. That's mentorship. The executive director, Sarah, talks a lot about having dignity for people.
Yes.
For your example of having 2 choices of creamer is awesome.
Yes.
Because you have the opportunity to buy what you want, to have more than one option. And, our people that are reliant on other people for support, for food, for help, oftentimes they just get what we buy, what someone would buy for them. There's no choice there.
Right.
So to actually have choices
Right.
in life is rich.
Right.
To have choices for am I going to buy this creamer or that creamer? What a gift.
Or to be able to go to the grocery store and just get your groceries.
Right. Right. So true. I have another really serious one too.
Okay. This has been a month of crying for us,
It
man.
has. I feel rich because I get to watch my kids grow up.
Yeah.
There's a man that I follow that's a Disney performer who has cancer. And his partner is blogging with him, and they have a 3-year-old. And I've watched this man over the last 6 months who was a singing, dancing performer he was on Broadway, works for Disney.
Right.
He's probably lost 100 pounds. He's moved into a facility. And every time he pops up on the top of my Instagram feed, I think he has a baby at home.
Yeah. Right.
He has a 3-year-old son that he's away from when he's in the hospital. Right. And his prognosis is really bleak. And, I've lost a parent. You've lost your parents. The privilege to watch someone grow up.
Yeah.
Or the
right.
privilege to get old. The privilege to age, to be 57.
Yes.
I know we joke about you
Yes.
being 57.
Yes.
My dad didn't make it to 57.
Right.
The privilege
Right.
to age, and the privilege it is.
We
should feel rich
Yes.
as we age.
Yes. And I think about the wedding, and when you say what were you thinking when you were crying? Those things.
Right.
I have gotten to be here.
That's
like,
right.
I've gotten to watch these boys bloom and grow
privilege.
into men. What a privilege.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what else? You know what else makes me feel rich? Now that we're on the subject of children and watching your kids grow up, I feel rich when my kids FaceTime me. Like when that FaceTime call pops up, not prompted, not
right.
asked for, and I swipe it and there's that smiling face.
That's right.
I feel rich.
Yeah, as you should. Okay, I do have more, and they're not all super, super serious. I feel rich
Okay.
when I have time to read.
Oh, yes.
I was thinking about that.
Yes. And
I
listen,
feel
the
like-
library is free.
That's right. The library is free. And many, if not all libraries now have digital options. So if you're like, how do I get to the library? It's time.
You sign me
You
up.
sign up. I did sign you up. You can get a card. You can get if you have a Kindle, you can still go get a book. There's a lot of options. I feel like it is a luxury in life, and I feel rich when I actually have time to like, oh my gosh, I can read a book.
Do you feel so rich having a Kindle?
I do.
Yeah.
To have
I
books
do
at your
love to hold. I do love to
fingertips.
hold a
I know.
book, but a Kindle is a luxury.
I can actually hear Missy Herrera somewhere screaming, "Hold the books, hold the books." Down with Kindle, no Kindles, hold the books. Missy, I hear you, I see you. I like both. I like both.
Yeah.
What else? What's making you feel rich?
I feel rich when my house is freshly vacuumed. I mean, I'm not making this all about vacuuming,
The lines.
but I do love the lines. I love a fresh vacuum. I also feel rich when I have a new candle.
Yeah.
Shout out Sterling Candle Company, also giving away something lovely
Right.
at the event. But Sterling Candle Company is local here to our area. They're hand poured. I feel so rich when I unscrew a cap of a brand new candle and light it. I'm like, I feel rich.
That's right.
Now, I do want to say something. When we talk about feeling rich, it doesn't have to always be things
No.
that make us feel rich.
No.
It can actually be the feelings,
100%.
the feeling of watching your child grow up. You
That's
feel
right.
rich. It can,
You know what I have next on my list
Okay,
too?
what is it?
Is the ability to see things.
Yes.
Like to see nature.
Yes.
To
yeah,
see
it's good.
the ability to see. I know that sounds so basic, but there were pictures you were sharing when you were away. There's someone I follow on Instagram that was hiking, of all things. I don't support that, but you know. But he was filming from the top of wherever he was, and he was like, this is real life. Like, this is real.
Yes.
Like the ability to see beauty
Yes.
and to take it in, whether it's natural, maybe it's art. You know, we were at the art museum about a month ago. Whatever it is, to be able to see it and take it in makes me feel rich. Like there are things, I think I've been better as I get older at not taking pictures of stuff because to have it lodged in your memory is so special.
Well, and I do think so often I think that God created things just for our visual pleasure
Sure.
that we cannot capture adequately in
No.
a picture. We can never capture a rainbow exactly like it looks in real life. It looks
That's
so
right.
much better in real life. Sunset is the perfect example.
100%.
Mountains. When you're standing there, you're in awe. You see it in a picture, and it's like, oh, that's beautiful. But in person, you're like, how is this even real? This is so beautiful.
Right. Do you have another one?
Well,
What else is making you
I was
feel
just
rich?
thinking. While I was thinking about this whole thing on vacation, and even when I got back, when I was pitching some ideas to you, is that I was thinking about the word enrich. Like, so how do we feel rich? Well, we feel rich when we enrich something.
Sure.
So enrichment involves like adding an ingredient that makes something better, or it makes
elevates it.
It elevates it. And I was thinking of ways, as we talk about this, like what are some ways that we can make our lives richer that doesn't require
That's right.
like all this money,
No,
because in our world, and I know it's going to sound cliche, but when we see so much of what we see going on, we can tell ourselves that it requires money to feel a sense of being rich.
Right.
I don't
It
think that's
doesn't.
true. I think it's perspective, and I think if you can shift some perspective, you can really feel rich.
Totally.
I think nature is a great way to enrich your life. It's free. You can go out in it, and to our beautiful friend Kat's, to her complete and utter sheer joy, those places she hikes
I
are
know.
free.
That's right.
Like you can just pack your water in a little bag and put on your shoes, and you can go and enjoy nature and feel rich, so rich, and it not cost you a penny.
You know what I noticed for myself and my brain is, for me to feel rich, what I did when we started talking about this was I literally, instead of scrolling, instead of doing anything else, I literally opened up a note on my phone and started listing things. I haven't read my whole list at all. I just started listing things. And I think we live naturally in this day. I'm going to sound like an old fogey, but in this day and age that is so fast paced and ever changing, I think it is almost a habit or a practice to slow down. And this is really an act of gratefulness too.
Yeah, yes.
This is
yes, for
really
sure.
an act of, how can I slow down my life so I can notice and wonder the things around about the things around me? And I think it's a habit that we have to get into, to say, I feel rich when, whatever it is, when it's, there are stories that I've read, and I love the sentiment, where, and this is kind of sad, but you just go on this journey with me, where this wife complained about her husband leaving his clothes on the floor, and then he passed away, and she's like, oh, I would have wished for those clothes to be on the floor again.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
I'm in the season of life where I hear it all the time. You wrote about it today on Instagram, where it's like my house can feel really loud and chaotic sometimes, but there's going to be a day where it's really
still.
quiet and it's still, and I'm going to go, I do kind of miss that. And I think it takes those moments of pause and reflection to go, what are the things in my life that I already have? We're not even, let's say we don't change a thing at all. We don't add a product. We don't add anything. We just take inventory of where we are and what are the things that are making us feel rich and luxurious. It could be people in our life. That's on my list.
Yes.
It could be, your
It could
health.
be our home. Listen, our home is a space that can cultivate such a feeling of safety and richness.
Sure.
And I think if you're feeling some sort of way about your home, one thing I wrote down is a thing that could help you feel rich or better about your space is just rearrange it.
100%.
With all the things you have in your house, shop like
the home.
Nester. That's the Nester.
Michael and Smith.
Yes.
Shop the home.
Shop your home, rearrange your furniture,
That's right.
and make some changes that will just kind of feel good.
Here's kind of my parting shot about this for now. Because I have a feeling this is going to come back. Our pastor actually recently was talking about generosity. And I think the sentiment of what he was saying in generosity fits with this. He was talking about being generous with what you have. And he said, if you're not generous with a little bit, you're not going to be generous when you have a lot.
Right. That's right.
And similarly, I think if you're not grateful in this season of life and you're looking towards the next, or you're not thinking, oh man, how do I feel rich right now?
Right.
Changing your environment doesn't necessarily change your mindset.
Right.
So no matter what season of life you're in, whether you're in a season of health or unhealth, or you're in a season of plenty or in a season of want, or if you're in a season of maybe sadness or confusion or joy, no matter what season you feel yourself in or how you would categorize where you are right now in life, I think the perspective to see the good in you right now has to happen. It's not going to come when you have more, and it's not going to come when this season's over. Because if you don't cultivate the habits or the mindfulness of it now, it's probably not going to come later.
Right.
That's my parting
good.
shot for this.
That's good.
Awesome. Hey,
Let's talk about food.
What makes you feel rich at Walnut Creek Cheese?
Well, I was just there today.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. I was just there today, and guess what I was doing?
Talking to Peg Beachy.
Yep. Trying to decide what color of that fancy mixer that we're giving away at the event, what color we want.
Yeah.
I need your input. We're either going to do black, white, or silver. And we've got to pick a color. And we're going to give that away at our live event. You will feel rich when you win that.
Well, it is a $700
Yeah,
mixer.
$799 actually,
Wow.
which really makes it $800 essentially,
We round
$1 less. But I will say, the thing that makes me feel rich when I go to Wanacreeche's is buying that beautiful meat. They
That's right.
have beautiful
great-
bacon. They have beautiful fresh meat in the fresh meat section of the store. They have beautiful smoked sausage.
Right.
And great bulk sausage, hot Italian sausage, and then their lunch meat. You know,
Yeah.
if you are on a budget for your groceries, Wanacreek Cheese and Market in Wanacreek and in Berlin. Now,
That's right.
now the mothership is in Wanacreek.
Right.
And they do have another location, I would call it their second location in Berlin, also a beautiful store. But Wanacreek is really like the
Mecca.
the main
Right.
location of Wanacreek Cheese
And, you know,
Market.
like to your point, their prices are so
So
competitive.
good.
And I think that's really important for people to know.
Well, and it's not just that, it's just also the quality.
100%.
The quality is so great and their prices are great. We love them. We're thankful for them. They're participating in our live event coming up.
And you know what? I just on our Patreon have been starting to collect names and addresses of our first, like, we'll call them our charter members.
Yes.
We still have spots open
Yes.
for our charter
just
members.
a couple, just a few.
Yeah.
Not very many, like 12. And here's what I'll say. We are going to keep this open. I told this to Peg this morning.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you.
That's all right.
Like, we're going to keep this open till the end of November.
Right.
And then however many Patreon we have
That's right.
is we are going to send out the world's best dish rag and that wait,
The scrubber.
Am I telling
Yeah,
a
I think we've
surprise?
told them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a scrubber that's made by a local Amish lady. I love that scrubber.
Right.
You're going to get both of those items if you sign up for Patreon. So there is just like maybe 12 slots to get there to the first 100 people. And so, you know, if you haven't signed up for Patreon, we encourage you to do
Right.
that. It's really basically a subscription.
And you know what we've done in our first month of Patreon? Here's what it's been. It's been a bonus episode. We're doing different themes behind the scenes. So I actually did an episode alone, which was so strange. I did miss you. And we've given recipes out.
Yep.
We have online conversations where we're sharing things.
We released an episode early to Patreon
we
subscribers.
did. The
That was
wedding
fun.
episode was dropped a week early for
and
those people.
I just have to give a shout out to the 3 women who signed up for Patreon because they said they just could not wait until Wednesday to listen to the wedding episode.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are perks
Totally.
with subscribing to our Patreon. We try to make it worth that $5 and that $10 a month, and that's monthly. And it just is a way that you can support us and just make us feel like you are enjoying and loving this podcast.
That's right. Hey, well, thank you for joining us in this conversation all about feeling rich. That's right. That reminds me of that song. I wanna be rich.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
remember that song?
yeah, there's no naughty words in that one.
No, that's the 80s. Well, that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Whether ordinary or extraordinary, we hope you see that these are good days.
This episode brought to you by Wanacreek Foods.